Muy buena gente, ¿qué tal estáis? Aquí Backlash una vez más. Daros la bienvenida a mi canal, la bienvenida a esta serie, a un capítulo más de Kingdom Come Deliverance. Y después del último, que fue una pasada, fue la batalla en el campamento ese de Sazaba, de bandidos en el que les arrasamos, pero en una pequeña trampa. Ellos aprovecharon para el, para conquistar Tumblr, aprovechando que todas las fuerzas estaban fuera del castillo. Y ahora tenemos que asediarlo. Tenemos que vamos a hacer un asalto nocturno, como bien podéis estar viendo. Y vamos a ver en qué consiste.
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
Vale.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Vale, yo creo que la acabamos de liar ahora mismo. Porque nos ha dicho que dejemos la armadura. De hecho, estamos listos y he dicho que sí cuando llevamos
Any of you are having second thoughts. This is your last chance to
la
speak.
armadura.
Very well. So I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the Bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm, before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there?
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you quite certain you want to engage in this action?
Quite.
Cuidado.
After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night. Besides, who else will keep this hothead from raising bloody mayhem?
Well, see to it that you do, my lord. May God guide our footsteps.
Vamos. Pues nuestro coleguita Hans se viene con nosotros. Sí, señor. Esta música de misterio ahí. Antes un aldeano así me ha dicho algo de un cobertizo o algo. Para que vamos a salir de tal directamente al muro.
Unless we fuck it up, then Istvan will be telling the stories and the joke will be on us.
Vale. Alarga bastante, ¿eh?
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
What are they waiting for?
Quiet, for fuck's sake.
What are they waiting for?
How should I know?
Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements. Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
O nos deja el último o hasta que no maten. Ah, vale. Ok, vamos. Ok. Vamos a ver cuál es el siguiente paso.
I'll put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Primero guardia de la puerta. Vamos por aquí. Aquí me ha parecido ver moverse a alguien.
Fuck. The alarm's been sounded.
Bueno, la hemos liado pero bien, ¿eh? ¿Este que es de ellos? Wow, mira, 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 madre mía. Salta, Henry.
Pay for that.
Quita de aquí, hombre. Ah, me están haciendo un bucaque. Quita.
Die now. Over here. Where is everyone? Quick! I'll slaughter.
Ahora está allá, hombre.
I'll fight you, Kurt. Get out from me.
Quita, hombre, que todavía cobras.
Fucking hell. Raise the alarm.
Venga, venga, puños.
He must be here
Ah,
somewhere.
sí. Nada.
What's the matter? Hey! Come on! Over here! Raise the alarm! Get over here! You'll get
Fuck, you're heavy.
What happened?
I saved your big fat ass at the last moment.
You did? How did you?
Never mind. The important thing is we got away, but you can walk the rest of the way, dumping your donkey.
Right. Thank you.
Vale, nos han puesto las pilas. Hemos intentado a puños y todo, pero no, nos han puesto las pilas, pero bien. No ha servido de nada. Tenemos que plantear un asedio, por lo que he visto que se llama la misión ahora que hemos accedido.
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders, and we can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
Then we are left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where is Master Fafar?
He's waiting. We sent for him as soon
Bring
as...
him to me. Let's not waste time.
Sir Divvy.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
Lo
We
construyes y
have to
punto.
take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir, I understand
And
that,
you are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but it's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. It's This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Oh,
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any longer.
indeed. Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry,
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Vale.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
Ya sabía yo, digo, seguro si hay un asedio, tal y como es el juego y nos indican, tenemos que hacer, nos van a enseñar cómo hacer un asedio directamente. Pues al final, al principio con los puños han caído unos cuantos, pero luego ya me he puesto con la espada y ya es que me han rodeado de una manera exagerada. Guarda la espada, muchacho. Vale. Ribereño. Vamos a ver. Vale, estamos con hambre. Ahí.
How are you, Henry?
Lo que no sé es tiempos. Bueno, espérate, a ver si tenemos habilidades y vamos a activar las que evidentemente ahora nos van haciendo falta. Vale, estas es que ya no había ninguna, así que... Mismo, llevar lectura. Ok, a ver la misión Asedio. Sir Davis quiere que hable con... Vale, no, no cambia mucho la esto. Si Robert se ha quedado tupi ahí. Si Robert... Lo necesitamos para un asedio, no.
What? Are you...
No se queda ahí cogido.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships. The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
How are you, Henry?
Ugh.
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But, if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
How are you faring, Sir Robard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
Not so
God
far.
save you, Henry.
Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart, too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle will be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Vale.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Vale.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how István's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stack up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Vale.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranic for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Vale. Vamos a ver las diferentes... Bueno, he visto A y B... No, sí, hay unas cuantas. Hablar con el capitán Robert. Eso ya lo he hecho. Ah, vale, que está el B ahí. Vale, vamos a por B, que es este hombre. Tobias,
God bless you.
espabila.
What troubles you?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Talmberg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Kieser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Kieser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigismund.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
Vale, no podréis hacerlo sin él. Desterrada como un criminal.
All right.
Vamos, deja de
I'll do what I
preguntar,
can.
si no aquí te vuelvo.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
Cohetero. Vale, voy a mirar primero las de aquí. Y ya me pongo con... A ver. Vamos. Un buen paseíto. Ojo, ojo, ojo. Cuidado que nos pegamos un... Cuidado, Henry, que nos partimos los tobillos, Campamento.
God be with you, Henry.
Muy buenas. El intendente. A ver, ¿tú qué quieres?
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well, to tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind.
No, y estas serán misiones de provisión de...
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone and we've drained the local inn dry.
Y sin cerveza, pues el campamento se nos viene abajo.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
Vale. Hablar con el intendente. Uf. Asedio. Vamos a mirar el mapa a ver si nos... Podría ir a buscar más. Vale, carne. Hablar con el capitán Bernard. ¿Pero para qué? Puede. Hablar con el capitán Robert. Eso ya lo he hecho. ¿Y la F esta para qué es? El campamento se ha quedado sin cerveza. Debería preguntarle a las tabernas locales para conseguir más. Boys. Eso es buscar al Corner Boys. Madre mía. ¿Y el F qué es? El F son todo de cervezas. El D de hablar con Sir Davis. Vale, y carne. El D está aquí. Hombre, lo de la carne yo creo que es sencillo, pero la carne le... Voy aquí ahora, mato un ciervo, un conejo, un par de ellos y ya está.
What can I do for you?
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. So they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true, I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man, simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. And when they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
Vale. Con este no me voy a enrollar más. Ok, pues a ver. Vamos por partes. Hablar con Sir Davis. Busca un arborista, vale. Vale, C. Entonces yo creo que si vamos a alguna ciudad podemos... Hablamos con Sir Davis, por si acaso también nos manda algo de... Sí, vamos para allá. Sir Davis era el D, si no me equivoco, ¿verdad? Lo voy a mirar otra vez. Sí, el D. Ok. Y ya si a lo mejor en alguna ciudad podemos matar ya bastantes pájaros de un tiro. Ya si no tenemos que ir dando vueltas de un lado para otro. Tenemos que ir a Sazaba. Entonces Sazaba hay taberna, en Sazaba hay herborista y todo eso. A ver si ahí podemos hacernos con las cosas. Vamos a llamar a Guijarros. ¿Qué tal, compañero? Y llegamos más rapidito. Tenemos que conseguir carne, o sea que cuando me cruce con un conejo o algo le doy matarile. Claro, las vacas estas no puedo, ¿no? Fíjate la carne que hay ahí, sí. ¿Qué está aquí? Bueno, vamos a ver. Lo que dice. ¿Y dónde está este hombre? No, está allí fuera. ¿Dónde estás, caballito? Aquí. Bueno, así está aquí que han hecho un campamento. Ok, pues así luego ponemos rumbo a Sazaba. Ahí está el hombre mirando melancólicamente al castillo.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told, and my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
My flesh can be healed, perhaps. But the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
Madre mía. La madre que te parió, que tenemos que ir a... Sería un detallazo volver a contar con la presencia de Godwin. Mujer médica. Tenemos que dar unos pirulos. Vale, vamos a organizarlo. Vamos primero a dar lo del trabuquete. ¿Dónde está? Vale, hasta ahí. Ahí está lo del monasterio. Y esa taberna no vale, ¿no? Vaya tela. Para el monasterio no sé yo si vamos a ser bien todo lo bienvenido que debería. De energía andamos regular, pero bueno, no creo que tengamos que luchar, a no ser que... Bueno, abren el monasterio, ¿eh? Ahora mismo todavía seguimos siendo Gregor y... hermano Gregor y nos dejan ni metidos, ¿no? No jodas. Con la tortura que fue estar allí para poder escapar. Y carne, por si puedo la compro, ¿eh? Porque luego la rayada esa de que parece como que está robada o algo. Y la carne no creo que cueste mucho. En Sazaba la gente no nos tiene mucha estima porque recordar lo de la misión del novicio para entrar, para infiltrarnos en el monasterio. Es que no había forma y tuvimos que matar ahí a un guardia y al Carl y a Alfred, era, no me acuerdo ya cómo era. Pero tuvimos que matarlos a todos para hacernos con la documentación y poder infiltrarnos. Entonces aquí la gente está bastante moscada con nosotros. Pues sí que quedaba lejos, ¿no? A ver. Creo que aquí había uno como de comida, ¿no? ¿O no? No me lo invento. Sí, míralo. El carnicero. Bajando un poquito, ¿eh? A ver si es este de aquí. Y el carnicero. A ver si podemos comprarlo. Uf. Tenemos 2000 y pico. Hablemos de negocios si podemos comprar carne. No. 9, 10. Cuatro, 26 y 30. Y yo lo puedo vender algo nada más que... Uf, joder, 37 en carne, no veas.
Let's have a word about the price. All right, so? Satisfied? Well, now, a little more and we'll shake on it. All right, so?
Vale. Pues mira, ya la carne la tenemos, guay. Nos ha costado más de lo que esperaba, pero bueno. Ah, bueno, espera, voy a hablar con él. Para ver si nos podemos hacer pasar. A ver, no, hacer pasar no. A ver si podemos dar con... no, otra vez no te voy a pagar, espabilado. No, y es que al final le voy a tumbar, No, este pues no... Bueno, va a costar en...
Clear off. I don't want to talk to
Ya le digo, nos va a costar encontrarle la vida, De dinero, digo. ¿Cómo podemos hacernos con él? A ver. Voy a hacer primero la del monasterio. A ver si se relaja la cosa. No sé, aunque ya después de hacerlo del monasterio, no sé, la gente no va a dejar de estar mosqueada. Es una música celestial. A ver si... Esperemos que no nos dejen aquí metidos. Oye, de comida, ¿cómo vamos? 80, vamos bien.
Just for a while, he says. I hope your name...
Vale. Está sobando el hombre aquí. A ver, ¿dónde se aloja
Do
Cornel?
you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
And what do you want from the old buzzard? Never mind. What do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard
qué
by the
guay.
monastery.
Uf, qué guay. Nos ha dado la vida, ¿eh?
I've come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000 times.
90 monedas. Ok, genial, genial. Tenemos que ver el patio. Vale, vamos a ver dónde queda. Porque he dicho el monasterio. Ahí está. Buscar a Cornel. Ok. Vamos a ver. Señalamiento, no la liemos. No, hombre, no es orientativo, así que será aquí. Pero también fue donde encontramos al tontito este que... A ver. No, es la casa, ¿eh? En la casa y tenemos que preguntar.
Oh, come on.
Calla, hombre.
Good day.
Is this where Conrad Keyser lives?
Indeed. The world-renowned Conrad Keyser.
World-renowned?
If not yet, then soon. Our Master Keyser is a mastermind. You wouldn't believe the things he comes up with. You'll be hearing more of him, you mark my words.
I need to speak to him.
Oh, really? Whatever for?
Me ha enviado todavía fijas, ¿no?
Tobias Fayfar has sent me. He's asking Master Conrad for help with the siege of Talmberg.
Must be important then. Go in. Well, I don't know how he can help from here. Here's the key.
Vamos a ver. Vale.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Venga, espabila y tira para el campamento. Hay cosas que hacer.
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
¿Por qué?
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little more than a little critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bethlern Castle.
They locked you up in Bethlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sassar?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word I'd help with the building of the monastery here. And my word is my bond. I have no intention of sneaking away like some criminal.
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes, what are you thinking?
Tough.
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realise that, but Sassar Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
Hey!
Ok, pues...
Hey! Watch it! Loud.
Vale, pues tenemos tarea, gente, ¿eh? Tenemos tarea. Lo que no sé si terminamos haciendo esto. No sé de qué cara se queda sin dinero para sueldos. Vale. Lo que no sé si hacemos esta tarea que parece más principal, lo digo sobre todo por la cinemática al encontrar a este, si las otras ya no valen para nada. Esto es buscar un herborista, vale. No, luego cuando vuelva lo que haré es parar ahí. FC, vale. Paro aquí, hago viaje rápido, paro aquí, hago esto, consigo el arborista y consigo... ¿Qué conseguiré? Que momento se quedó sin cerveza. Compramos cerveza y ya vamos para allá. Que aquí ya... Le damos la carne y la cerveza, buscar un herborista. Eso no sé. Ok. Ok, perfecto, pues vamos a ver. Lo de robar, entre que Henry no le estamos haciendo un ladrón. Y aparte que te metes en un fregado bien rápido, vamos a mirar la opción de que se quede sin dinero. A ver. Nuestro cadero.
God be with you.
¿Qué tal?
I need some help from Master Conrad.
Then go and talk to him.
The thing is, he's already agreed, but he'd have to go to Talmberg.
I can't consent to that. He signed a contract for building the monastery, and we pay him a pile of coin for every day he spends here.
But the conquest of Talmberg is more important for the province.
From what I hear, it's awfully important first and foremost for your lord. Sassau's always been neutral. Anyway, I take my orders directly from the abbot.
A ver.
Conrad would only have to leave for a few days. Surely you can manage without him for a short while.
We might, if he didn't get himself killed there. I've given my answer. No. He stays here until the abbot says otherwise, and the abbot isn't here at the moment.
Supposing I compensated you for his brief absence, perhaps with some coin?
What use would coin be to me if the monastery roof collapses? Then I'd be the one having to pay compensation.
Vale, entonces con este no
Thank
tenemos...
you for your invaluable assistance.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
May God reward you in kind.
Vale, entonces con este no tenemos solución. Tenemos que hacer B. Vale, a ver. No sé, a ver si... es robar. Seguramente te haya que bajar allá abajo. ¿Qué hace? Seguramente haya que bajar allá abajo. Asegurarse... Eso está muy rayado. Y no nos va a dejar pasar. Vamos, gírate, muchacho. O algo.
Well, I never...
No te preocupes, venga, vámonos.
Hey! You've no business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry.
Hemos hecho el lío, ¿eh? Vale, le hemos hecho el lío, entonces... Oh, Dios mío. Qué recuerdos tan chungos nos han traído esto, ¿eh? Vamos a ver. Nos van a trincar al final, ¿eh? Aquí no es, macho. Aquí no es. Vamos a ver si subiendo por aquí podemos. Vale. No, pero hay nada, es aquí donde tenemos que entrar, yo creo, ¿eh? Ojo que nos matamos. Ah, vale, pero aquí ¿dónde escapamos?
What was that noise?
Pesado, ¿no?
Hey! You've no business here. Clear off.
Pues la verdad que no sé, ¿eh? ¿Dónde...? Es la escalera que viene. No sé dónde se podrá coger el dinero. Lo mismo está donde está el soldado este, que es muy pesado. A ver que nos caigamos. Aquí. Vale. No cabemos agachados, qué pena.
There's someone there.
Nada, gente, pues no sé, ¿eh? Vamos, lo que voy a hacer es dejar aquí el capitulito. Vale, que ya se nos está extendiendo. Y hablo con él y dejamos para ver si es por aquí. Si aquí se
You've got no
podemos hacer algo.
business here. You're just in the way.
Vale, nada, entonces nada. Bueno, pues dejamos aquí el capítulo. Vamos a mirar. Ahora ya en el siguiente seguimos y miramos a ver si logramos hacer ya con el hombre para que haga el trabuco. Y nada, deciros una vez más que muchísimas gracias por ver los vídeos, por seguir la serie, darle me gusta, animaros que no cuesta nada y únicamente así lo que hacéis es apoyar y dar ánimos a quien está jugando, la ilusión que hace que a alguien le guste, y suscribiros al canal, por supuesto. De todas formas, un abrazo muy grande, gente, y a cuidarse. Chao.